Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Alright, so it's sudden death now. 3 wins, 2 losses with my Shaman arena deck that I made in one of those big, long, basic arena deck building videos. But here I am, just trying to get caught up because I've been spending a lot of time working on my other channel, Tales from My D&D campaign, and it's getting a little behind, but I've got to do all the things. All the things. So, let's see if I can push forward here. I feel like this is a pretty good deck. It should be. I'm hoping I can do better than just breaking even at 3-3. I want to win some games here. I have a ton of 2-cost minions, which can be good or bad, but a lot of them are ones that still have a use in the mid-game, which is a pretty important fact. It's not a lot of just like, you know, a 2-3 with no abilities, which is actually really good turn 2. Not so good turn 8, you know what I mean? Okay, well, you're too expensive. You're not helping until I get any minions, and I don't know if I want to keep both of these. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to keep the Earth Shock. I might regret it, but the Earth Shock, the Lightning Bolt kills much better, but it's got the Overload. Fine. The Earth Shock would probably be more useful later in the game. The Earth Shock isn't guaranteed to stop whatever is hosing me early in the game, whereas the Lightning Bolt should kill anything my opponent can play in the first 3 turns. Any one thing. So, let's see. This is a very slow, expensive hand. Given that I have about 15 cards in this deck that are 2 mana or less, that's actually an obnoxiously slow hand. I better draw some. That said, making totems is perfectly fine. Okay, no first turn play from the rogue. Of course, I have the coin, so even if she had Defias like bandits in her hand, the crazy ultimate start card for the rogue. Whoa, that was laggy. Without the coin, it doesn't work so well, or at least a target to backstab. So, I mean, if this is why I almost kept the Earth Shock. This would be the perfect target for Earth Shock. It would die, and I would cost her a card that she would otherwise draw. But no. I'm tempted to make a totem, but it may or may not be of any use whatsoever. Every time I don't make a totem, I can't go back and make that totem later, whereas if I don't play this, I can go back and play it later. On the other hand, this beats that. The rogue could spend pretty much her entire turn making a dagger, take 2 damage to finish it off. It would still kill this. It's not bad. No, you know what? I'm gonna make the totem. Come on, taunt totem. Yeah. Wrath of Air totem. She might just want to kill that. Now we'll find out if she had a backstab that she was saving. Because if she had a backstab in a combo guide, no, she wanted to kill the totem. That's fine. Although the problem is, I don't have any area spells, so I can't do a whole lot better than that. I could coin out the Silvermoon Guardian. That seems like a pretty weak play. I mean, you hit him for 1 with her, and then you kill him with this, make a dagger, kill him, draw cards, still have 2 minutes. She's already drawn 2 cards unless I silence this guy, basically. Like, she hasn't got the card for this yet, but she's going to. No, this is pretty ugly. I'm wondering if I can save her and give taunt to one of my bigger guys. Giving taunt to him would be awesome if the rogue has a weenie-ish deck, which we don't really know. We just know that she got some cheap starting cards. If I make a totem now, the problem is she's building up an army and I'm not killing it. Decisions. You know what? I really would like to use that coin to play a 5-cost guy next turn, so I don't want to do that now. I'm going to play the Sun Fury Protector. I hate wasting her ability. I don't want to waste the Lightning Bolt killing one of these puny things that... Like, even this guy, he's got 2 attack, which means he's actually accomplishing something, but he has 2 less defense than he should to make up for the fact that he draws a card. Alright? She has so much card drawing, it's kind of sick. but she hasn't been playing any strong cards. Maybe she's all weenie. Then again, all weenie might work because I have no area spells at all, which I hate, but I didn't have a whole lot of choice. Where were you last turn? I might have done that. So, I could play him with no coin. I could coin out either the Silverhand Knight, who would give me a fair amount of meat on the board, or the Gurbashi Berserker, who is kind of scary, but he can't break through this on his own. I would actually have to lightning bolt it to get through. Yeah, I think I'm going to want to coin out the most army I can right now. I mean, I guess... No, never mind. I guess wrong. So, what's he gonna do? These are... She has a lot of strong, weenie-ish cards. No, there's a backstab she hasn't had to use yet. So now she can just kill him with that. That is annoying, but...
This guy's toast.
Okay, now that's really annoying. That was a very efficient way to kill off my stuff. Well, I guess backstab's not super... It's still pretty efficient. Everything that she's played so far is very efficient, except arguably this guy, but... He's 1 mana, he's very tough, you know. What now? Kind of thinking, I'm going to play this guy and lightning bolt that bastard. Because he should provide me about... She's going to try and rush me down. It looks like a lot of her deck so far has been rush stuff. He's going to stop the rush pretty hard, or at least take a lot of effort to get rid of. And then killing him with the lightning bolt, I'll still have enough mana next turn, because it's only 1 overload. I'll still have 5 mana next turn to play this guy if I need to. Well, I mean, to play this guy because that's what I want to do, not if I need to. And of course, by killing that, now she has very little attack in play. Oh, she's going to assassinate this. See, that's a really big card on a very medium-sized guy. So, she does not have a lot of damage dealing in play, so I'm actually thrilled with that outcome. She might wish she had saved that. So I'm going to play him. She's run out of stuff. Like, she's not beating my face in, whereas she would have been if that 3/3 was alive, you know? So I'm actually okay with how the board has gone. That I'm less okay with. And that's why she's got so many weenies. Her entire deck is card drawing, and the sprint, she can use the sprint because if most of those cards are 1 or 2 cost, she can just dump a whole lot of cards, and I don't have area spells, so this could get ugly. Wow, this is taking a scary turn with that. It's not the best use of my mana. Like, best use of my mana would probably be him and her, or him, her, and a totem. I'm thinking I might just as much as those would seem like great plays would give me a better army, I think I kind of want to clear the board here, and of course I want this guy to take 1 damage if possible. I think my best play would be to use the Argent Commander to break through that guy, and then use him to kill her so that he would be a 5/6. After he takes 1 damage, he gains 3 attack from his ability. That seems like the best play, because the Argent Commander doesn't even lose his bubble from doing that, because this guy deals no damage. So, I hate to not spend my mana as efficiently, but this play feels like it works out really well. Now we've got to see what she's going to do with her giant hand of cards. She has 9 cards. She's very near the hand limit. If a lot of them are cheap, she can play 3 or 4 cards here, but if they're not big cards, they might have a hard time dealing with these guys. Well, actually, 2 small cards deal with him just fine, but this guy's a different story. Okay, so he's got him. He's charged, so he can attack right away for 4 mana. I mean, he's not my favorite guy, but he does the job, because look at that. Even against something with a high attack like him, he can still hit it once and then live. Ooh. Oh, really? You used the Betrayal to kill the weak one. I kind of thought she'd be using the Betrayal on the 4-attack guy to hit this, so they'd be vulnerable, but I guess if she had no way to finish him off, that's kind of a bad idea. Alright. So I got similar to I can play one of these guys and blow him up. That seems pretty good, actually. Even though he's a weak creature, he's just a 2/1 with no abilities now, right? Charges only matters the turn he comes into play. But in terms of controlling the board, that seems pretty good. I would have two massive threats out there. I'm hoping that she has a hard time killing big things like that, because she can't be made of assassinates, right? Even if she had 5 assassinates, and she could have drawn most of them by now, they're very expensive. Like, she can't play 2 in a turn yet. So, yeah, I play him, and then... Actually, I'm thinking him. A totem is often what I do, but I have a handful of cards now, and he will give me a lot more power on the board because he can kill a 1/1, and he'll be enlarging my other guys, even though they're already so large. They don't really need it, but he's kind of an investment. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to blow him up. I'm not going to use him to kill her. I'm going to... Like, leaving a 1/1 alive is fine. I'd rather do the damage than make him weaker, because if I make him any weaker, it just makes him easier to kill. It is still tempting to make a totem, because if it was a taunt totem, it would make it much harder for her to pull some kind of trick and get rid of them. But I'm going to play him instead. So I have 2 very large, extremely threatening minions out there. She doesn't know that I have another Fire Elemental in my hand, which is awesome, because it's another huge threatening minion, and it's a 3 damage spell, effectively. Oh my god. I wasn't thinking about that, and I positioned my guys stupidly. I always forget that if I'd put him in the middle, I would have been pretty safe from that. Wow, that is insanely bad. I'd even seen... She'd even played a Betrayal earlier in the game, and I was talking to you, and I was not thinking about placement, because the placement doesn't matter for a lot of things. But if you're playing against a rogue, especially in the arena, because I don't see a lot of Betrayals in common play, but if I just positioned that differently, she would not be in as great a position as she is right now. Damn. That was bad. So, I'm going to see what totem I get. Because if it's a taunt totem, I'm going to play the Manatide for sure. No, healing totem. I don't want to play this guy right now because he's not going to do anything spectacular. I kind of want to play him and blow this up after it attacks. So I'm going to go with her and him. Oh, that is so annoying because it's not something I normally think about, which is kind of bad. But again, most opponents, it doesn't really matter that much for your positioning, unless you have something beneficial that cares about positioning. But it does matter against a rogue because they have that Betrayal card. It picks the guy in the middle and does their damage to either side. And, if I just played the other guy in between, she could only have killed the weak guy. Like, her Betrayal would have not been useful unless she could kill the guy in the middle somehow. And even then, it wouldn't have killed both of my big guys. She would have had to do a lot more work. Okay, so he shoots off the bubble. You've enlarged that to the point that it can do that. Okay. We're killing her. And there's a lot of scary stuff on the board. So I think what I need to do... this guy's got to go because everything's going to become huge. I wish I had another way to do 1 damage to get rid of this. Because I can't kill both of these and him. Like, the Fire Elemental can't do everything. He can do one thing. Yeah, I don't have a lot of choice. I gotta kill this. And then... will you Fire Elemental that? Now, I'm not going to get the Battle Cry again if he comes back from the dead, but I think I'm going to Ancestral Spirit him anyway because he's doomed, and I just need the backup. I need that extra wall of hit points. And we're going to play the Loot Hoarder because I kind of need to draw the cards, and I need something with attack, whereas 2 of the 3 totems that I could get with the healing one already in play don't have any attack. Like, there's only one of the 4 totems has any attack, and it's only a 1/1. Although a 1/1 is kind of good right now. Okay, so you spent... didn't even really spend 2 cards because the Shiv's a drawing card. I'm in real trouble here. This rogue's just getting too much card draw. It's insane. It's going to be really hard to come back from this. Now, I got card draw from that. If I could protect the Manatide Totem, that would be good. She might have been good at some point, but she's not great right now because I can't protect her. Oh, man. I'm going to make a totem. It is a taunt totem. That helps a little bit. Not really. I mean, the Manatide Totem's going to get killed anyway, but I'm going to play it because I need to draw that card.
Job done.
Lightning Bolt might help. So if she can go boom, kill him, and then use this guy to kill the Manatide Totem, although then he's not hitting me for 5.
I'm ready. I'm not
Wow.
ready.
She just had so much card drawing that even though a lot of her cards are sort of weenies. I mean, most of the cards in Hearthstone are good. Like a weenie is usually good for its cost. Oh, she's got Shadow Step so she can re-attack with that guy. She's not just going to kill to burn me down. She left this alive, which is a little surprising. There's another problem, though. Unless I get a spell damage totem, I can't even blow up one of those guys with my lightning bolt. I kind of need to. No, it was only a 1 in 4 chance, right? I know this is a totem. It has nothing to do with the totems from the Shaman's ability. This will summon one of the 4 totems that they always get. Not any other kinds of totems that might come out later. So the Lightning Bolt basically doesn't help me now. It would soften up one of those guys, which might be a good surprise, but I have no choice. I got to put all my stuff on a table. Like, I guess I could play the Stormforged Axe and then take a whole bunch of damage to hit him, and then Lightning Bolt him, and then play the Harpy. I don't know. I'm probably going to die this turn, but I kind of have to play the Harpy just to slow him down. He just trades this for it, though. Like, that doesn't even... I hate to not spend the mana, though. I'm going to need that mana for the Harpy. If I play both of these, I'm going to have 2 less mana next turn, and I'm almost certainly not going to be able to afford the Harpy. But if I took 5 damage from attacking with the axe, and I blew this guy up now, I'd be at 12, then he could hit me down to 8, 7. I have a little bit better board position, but I won't be killing that. I don't know. I'm going to play the Harp. This is going to draw me 1 more card. I have to hope it helps. I'm going to play the axe, even though I'm not using it this turn. Direwolf may or may not be of any use. Now, she might just be able to kill me this turn.
Put this apple on your head.
And every time she hits me, I can afford even less to use this axe for anything other than doing direct damage to her hero. Okay, so she's going to do that, so she's going to keep her taunt guy alive. She is going to kill that this time. Well, that does buy me some time. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Okay. See, now I can draw a card when this dies, which isn't going to get me too far. No, okay, this is good. So we play the Cult Master. Kill that. Draw a card. Go Cult Master. Oh, that'll be really good if the Cult Master survives. Which we're going to try and do. So we're going to Lightning Bolt this now, because there was a problem. With that out of the way, I can whack this guy. Make it... I mean, I could play him now, but I'd rather use that Wind Fury as a surprise on something that is able to attack. He can't attack yet because I just played him this turn. So I'm going to hope for a Taunt Totem, which would be fantastic. No, okay, that's not the worst. I'm going to play this guy in between. Again, normally I like to save that as a surprise too, but I'm just trying to get more power out. Plus, anything she kills with her dagger, she has to take its attack and damage. So this guy is actually making it harder to kill these things. Okay, you return him to my hand. That's going to slow me down, but not that much. She kills the only one she can kill, but she took an extra damage for him, and he's still out there. So she's trying to buy time, which makes sense. But I might... It's starting to look good now because I have more cards. Play him. Now the question is, do I waste this guy's Wind Fury on the wolf? Things are so close now, I think I will, because I could play this guy, right? He's so easy to kill, though. Like, when he was in play, I was happy. If he got to attack, it would have been awesome. If she killed him, oh well. But now that he's back in my hand, I'm thinking I'd be better off just trying to squeeze as much damage as I can out of this stuff. If she gets out any decent minions, I can play him and trade for them and get my cards back. We are both running low on cards. She's going to run out of cards before I do anyway, so I'm not worried about that. So this is looking... Even though I don't get a totem if I do this, I'm going to just... This is 2 more damage this turn, and... I mean, she was probably going to kill him anyway. And I'm going to use my axe to attack her as well, because we're just trying to finish it now. And in this kind of race, I can't afford too many kills with the axe anyway, because I'd be taking damage. I think I've got her, though. I think she's run out of momentum. Hits me for 1 and surrenders. Yeah, she just got Conceal, which gives her minions stealth until end of turn. She doesn't have any minions. It doesn't help. So I had enough power to kill her. So, awesome. In the middle of that game, I thought it was going downhill really fast, but no, I managed to pull that out. So fire elementals make a big difference. I know I was playing them and I still felt like I was losing as I was playing them, and I did screw up with that betrayal thing. She probably could have found a way to kill... She probably could have killed my 1-3 somehow, and then still would have been able to kill one of my big guys with the other one. But it would have cost her a lot more stuff if I had laid out my guys properly, and that would have made the game a lot less scary and tight for a while. But the fire elementals are really good because they're very big, and they kill something as well. They're fantastic. Okay, we're going to ditch her, and hit, obviously, because he's expensive. I'm going to keep... I like having one of my damage spells in my starting hand. I only have 3 or 4 of them, of these, like, little blow-up-a-minion spells, but that's fine. And I guess I'm going to keep the... About half of my deck is 2-cost minions. I would rather get him later, especially I don't need both silences. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that and hope I get better 2-cost minions. Because the owl is okay later in the game, but yeah, okay, this is a better start. She often wastes her ability early in the game, but she can fight well. Like, she fights like a croc. And he is useful with the shot. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, hold on. Squelching him is very important. Now I've got a lot of 2-cost things, which means it's really worthwhile for me to coin one out now. And this guy's a good start, because he gives me 2 minions, right? Now, the Druid can spend his whole next turn using his shapeshift power and kill one thing relatively efficiently. But because this is giving me 2 guys, he probably just can't kill them both. So, it's not like a huge deal. Like, all I have left is a 1-1. He could kill it on his next turn for also no cards. But it gives me something left on the board after his turn. It was almost guaranteed to remain on the board after his turn. So, I could make a totem now, but the Loot Hoarder is the best pick.
Mind if I roll me?
Because he does just as much damage as either of these guys, but of course if he dies, he'll draw me a card. He's much better against the classes that don't have a 1 damage ability. Okay. See, that was like a Mad Bomber who was very confused. Technically, he was an amazing play, right? You got a 3-2 for 2 mana and did 3 damage to the opposing player. That's fantastic. It's like a 3-2 charge for 2. But not a good charge, because what he really wanted was for at least one of those damage to kill one of these guys, preferably him. And I'm quite happy with this turn of events. Because now I could... Oh, so many things. You know what I'm going to do? It's a little bit early in the game for the... Oh, not really. It's not actually that early in the game for the AoEs, because if he has Swipe, which is, again, a basic Druid card, or common anyway, for 4 mana he can do 4 damage to one target and 1 damage to everything else, whichever of these guys I play would kill this one as the main target, and then kill all my other guys too. Okay, I don't like that as much as I thought. I was thinking I'd play this and then use the Earth Shock for 2 to blow him up, because this guy gives me spell damage, but okay, I'm gonna trade the Loot Hoarder for him. It's fine, I get a card. I'm gonna hit for 1. And I'm gonna play this guy, who is very vulnerable to 1 damagey stuff, but I mean if he uses Shapeshift he takes 3 damage back. That's fine. And if he uses an area spell, she's gonna survive. Like, it takes 2 things to kill her, 2 spells or attacks, which at this stage of the game is pretty darn good protection. Okay. He only takes 1 from killing that, so he's still outside of her killing range, unfortunately. So choices, make a totem. Sort of thinking of making a totem and then giving it taunt, but I don't know. I haven't been getting any use out of my totems yet. They are very efficient. I mean, I have all these things to play, and it's tempting, but later in the game, making a totem isn't going to help me as much as it does now. I need 1 more damage to him from something, or else he can not die from killing her, although I can just Earthshock him later. This guy would be kind of big. He's not really any better than her, but it'd be harder to kill with some of these like weak things like him. You know what? I'm going to make a totem. Don't know what I'm going to get. Is the air totem. So now this could do 2 damage, but that's not particularly worthwhile at this stage. And I am just going to... I'm going to give them both taunt, which is the dumbest possible decision, but I was running out of time. It'd make a lot more sense to either give her taunt so that he didn't have a choice, he had to go through her, or just give the totem taunt so he could wait. He could kill the totem, but she would be harder to get rid of. By giving him both taunt, I've effectively given nothing taunt. It's just that she's protected. Whoop-de-doo. So that wasn't the greatest choice, but eh. Okay, so he's going to hit her, and then he's probably going to use his shape... No, he's going to use Wrath. Okay, he's going to kill her with something. He wasn't going to leave her alive to get rid of his Tauren warrior. That's okay. I have a plan for that. My plan is I'm going to play the Geomancer. I now have +2 spell damage, right? +1 from this, +1 from this. So my Earthshock does 3 damage. It one-shots this guy. Doesn't even matter that it silences his annoying ability. And I'm going to kill him, even though it leaves her pretty weak. Make a totem. Oh, nice. It's a healing totem. It'll even heal her up. She was already fairly safe because he couldn't just kung fu her without killing this first. But now I've got a small, crappy army, but it is an army, and he has no army. He has 1 more card than I do. If you just remember that whoever's turn it is will always have 1 more card. They always look like they have, because they drew 1. I'll draw 1 on my turn. It's kind of even. Okay, those are some pretty strong cards, I have to say. Oh, that might waste some time. But if I play that, I can't do anything else of value. So I guess it's not going to. I'd be that and a totem. Now, there's a 50-50 chance this totem will be a taunt totem, which is kind of neat. But not good enough for now. I could play one of the 4-cost guys and still make it totem. There's no point in wasting Wind Fury on a 2-attack thing when there's nothing I could kill. Like, I could do an extra 2 damage to him. That's not worth the Windspeaker's power. He is much more powerful than that. I do have to worry this guy, if he hits one of my guys without dying, is going to become a 5-1, which is pretty rough. But no, I think my best move right now is play the Silver Moon Guardian. Because he's relatively tough. He can hopefully fight with one of those guys, wear them down without quite dying. And I'm going to make a totem, which may be a taunt totem if I'm lucky. No. The 1-attack totem is not the worst either, but I could have traded both of those guys to kill him. I just don't consider it worth it, especially since after 1 point of healing, she can now survive his non-enraged power. So an area spell would be really bad for me right now. Druids have quite a number of them, although a bunch of them are, like, some of them are rare. Swipe is, like, the best spell. One of the best spells in the game. It's like the Earth Elemental of minion killing spells. I mean, Fire Elemental. It's like the Fire Elemental of minion killing spells. It is just insanely efficient and good at everything. So that got rid of my bubble. It got rid of it didn't kill that much outright, and if he left these alive, the healing totem would actually heal them back up, but he's still got 2 attacks, so there's 0 chance of this surviving. Yeah, now he's going to kill everything now, pretty much. He kills that, and then kill this, and his guy will enrage. The healing totem will just heal itself on my turn, at the end of my turn. So that is a big problem. Alright. I am going to... I think I'm going to make a totem and I'm going to play the Gurubashi Berserker. I feel like he can kill the Silverhand Knight, like the 4/4 and the 2/2, pretty easily. It's 4 and 2. I think it'll take him more effort to kill the Berserker, especially whatever he hits it with first is going to get bigger. I guess he has to use this and that. That's not too hard to kill it. He'd still have the Chillwind Yeti out, which is pretty annoying. And there's no good way either way. What would be really awesome is if I do get the Taunt Totem. Remember how you haven't seen a lot of Taunt Totems here? Most of the time, Taunt Totem is just the best totem. Unless you have a spell that you want to cast. It's usually the best one. And I am getting no Taunt Totems. Again, if this power were any one totem all the time, it would be probably stronger than it is now. The randomness hurts. Like, that not controlling it does hurt it. But really, if it was the Taunt Totem every time, it would be amazing. Shamans would be like this incredible tank class that was so hard to get to beat up on. Which is part of the reason. I mean, making it random is both good thematically for like World of Warcraft Shamans, but it's also kind of... it's cool. It makes it interesting, but it creates a level of randomness that I don't like. Okay, so you're going to take trivial damage, negated by the armor gain. And kill it like that. Okay. So you have killed all my stuff, which is bad because I have no area spells. If I had a 2 damage area spell, I could regulate this pretty quickly, but no, I'm in bad shape. If I had a spell damage totem, this would kill the big guy, but if not, I can just use it to kill him. I think what we're going to do is... I mean, he might slow things down, but not good enough. Now, I'm going to make a totem first, just to see what I get, because I'm going to have... because Lightning Bolt plus this guy is 6 mana, so I'm going to have 2 mana left anyway. I could play him. I don't think that's how I'm going to go. Spell damage totem. So I can blow up the bigger guy. That doesn't hurt.
Ready, sir.
Because now he won't have much army left after killing mine. Of course, he's got cards in his hand, lots of mana. I'm sure he can change that. But just based on what's in the board, his army doesn't beat mine by that much. Drawing 2 cards and getting a 5/5 is possibly just the game right there. Not like immediately. It's going to slowly, but that has a huge impact on who's going to win the game. I'm thinking him. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Easy play. So, okay. This is not good. We've got 8 mana, which doesn't work out well for playing the Mana Tide Totem, but kind of needs to draw some cards. No, I think it's got to be Totem, Brewmaster, and Ogre Magi. And I need to play the Brewmaster first. It'd be nice to be able to reuse his battle cry or something, but things aren't going to live long enough to attack. I just need stuff. Taunt Totem? Now I get a Taunt Totem. It actually helps much less now than it would have before. Because one of these two, he'll just take out that, then he'll kill my 3/2, and then he'll kill my 4/4. So without doing anything, the Druid can kill all my guys and still have a 5/1 left. I'm pretty sure he's going to do something since he drew 2 extra cards last turn. And he has maximum mana now. Not good. Where are my fire elementals? Oh, bite is really bad, because it means he can kill him. Oh, wait, I was thinking swipe. Okay, bite is still really bad because it kills him, but Swipe, in fact, wouldn't make... That's actually better for him than Swipe under those circumstances, but I still think the Swipe would be worse, because Swipe is, like, the best card.
Blow him up.
Excessiveness. I am just getting pounded now. Yeah, he did a lot with those 3 cards. Okay, you have Taunt, that's good. That'll, like, slow things down just a tiny bit, but... Another Taunt Totem? It doesn't really matter, he's going to kill all my stuff, but I'm going to draw 1 card from this anyway, and he's going to waste time killing it, unless he can just flat out kill me, which he might be able to. Cult Master. Oh, why couldn't I have drawn... Well, actually, I needed this guy more than him, probably, but why couldn't I have drawn him earlier in the game instead of this guy? If their places were reversed, I'm sure there was a turn there where I could have played him and got some trades, maybe. I don't know, this is ugly, though. I really needed the Fire Elementals. I've drawn half my deck, which, you know, that's a lot on the one hand, but for a card I only have 2 copies of, it's not that unlikely that I would draw 16 cards and not get either copy. Could easily happen, and it has. At this point, the Fire Elementals aren't going to save me anyway. My life total is too small. Like, my army is not going to stop much of his damage. He's figuring out if he can kill me right now. Like, just flat out kill me. Which is probably very hard. But, as long as he kills my stuff efficiently, it should be very easy for him to kill me next turn. Oh, look at all that army. And again, I have no area spells. 1 Lightning Storm would go a long way here. A spell damage Lightning Storm would kill almost all his stuff, but no. He's not even putting damage on this guy. He wants to keep having 1 large thing. Because that way, even if I have an area spell, the large thing will live. And this guy's, like, Death Rattle will go off. It's no good. So there's a Fire Elemental just in the nick of way too late. Yeah. I can't get a card out of this thing with the Cult Master. It doesn't even matter. Giving this thing Wind Fury doesn't help too much, other than make me feel better about how I'm about to lose. So I guess we'll kill him, because he technically can do more damage than this guy. He does an extra damage for every minion played. And yeah, if I make a Taunt Totem, he kills it with this. I'm dead either way, so I'm just going to show off that, look, my deck doesn't totally suck, I just got things in the wrong order. Show him that if I'd gotten these guys earlier in the game, I could have maybe done scary things, who knows. But yeah, it's too late. These are amazing. Like, 7 mana is too much to pay for a 5/5, but 5 mana would be okay for a 5/5. 5 mana would be fine for a 5/5 creature. For 2 extra mana, he's drawing 2 cards. And you could choose to gain 5 life instead. Which occasionally is better, but 90% of the time you want to draw all those cards. It's so many cards. It's like, it's 3-to-1 card advantage, because you're getting a big fat creature, and 2 other cards. Well, that's the end of that run. I did go positive. I got better than average for sure, so it was still a perfectly good run. We're going to see what I get. Okay, so I got 70 gold, 50 in a... Like, it costs 150 to enter. A pack is worth 100, so 50 in a pack is breaking even, so I gained 20 gold from that arena run. But let's also go see what I got in my pack, because it's random, and if something good comes up, it's exciting. What the... Ah, it's a fake out. It said golden rare, but that's because the sound effects overlapped. It was a golden piece of crap, and then 2 rares, which Feral Spirit is a very good rare. I think I already had that, but maybe I didn't. Pyromancer is very good. I definitely had those. And I don't even know if I had 2 regular snipes, so yay, golden snipe. That's not one of my preferred secrets. But anyway, well, that was fun, and I'm going to see if I can do a little bit better than 4 wins next time. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button, or on your touchscreen, please lick the like button. Warning, licking the touchscreen is not recommended. And check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.